Hello everyone. How are you all? I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Seek Education with Abdul Hannan. Today we will discuss about chapter number 11, Market Research of Business Studies 0450 IGCSE and O levels. It's a complete chapter explanation, and be with me for the whole of the video. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get the new videos. If you want rest of the chapters, you can go to the playlist and you can find all the chapters over there, and you will have a great explanation of all the chapters, and it will help you a lot. Okay, share it with your friends, students, everywhere. So let's start. First of all, we will see that what are the learning outcomes of this chapter. First of all, we see the role of market research and the methods we use. In this chapter, we will talk about that. We will talk about market-oriented businesses, okay, and we will talk about product-oriented businesses as well. We will talk about primary research and secondary research, okay, their benefits and limitations. We will talk about methods of primary research, for example, postal questionnaires, online surveys, interviews, focus groups, etc. We will talk about need for sampling. We will talk about methods of secondary research, for example, online assessing government sources, paying for commercial market research reports, everything. Then we will talk about factors influencing the accuracy of the market research data. And after that, lastly, we will see the presentation and use of market research results. Analyze market research data shown in the forms of graphs, charts, and diagrams. Draw simple conclusion for such data. So all of these are the learning outcomes today, and be with me for the full video so that you will have a clear explanation and understanding of the chapter. First of all, we will see what is market research. It is a process of gathering, analyzing, and interpreting information about a market. Market research is when we are gathering some information about the market, about what we are going to launch, okay. So we will make a survey into the market about the information we are about to gather. We are we like to gather, we want to gather information for our product. So it is market research. Central question of the chapter is, for example, will quality market research guarantee success? For example, you have made a market research, you feel this is the very good market research, perfect research I have made. So still, do you think that after that now my success is 100% sure? No, 100% is never there. Maybe 99%, 90%, 80% your market research is perfect, and it can assure you that your product or your business is going to be successful into the market. So 100% is nothing. After that, role of market research. If we see that what feature of my product do people like or dislike. Role of market research is what market research play a role into the market. And first of all, we will see that your product, what kind of product you are launching, you need to understand, and you need to make a research for that, that people will like my product or they will not like my product. It is the main question you need to make. After that, would they be willing to buy my product? I need to understand first of all that if I am going to launch a product, for example, product A, okay, the customer is willing to buy my product or not. It is the main point you need to understand while you make a market research. Then, what price will they prepared to pay? For example, you make a product, they like it, but you charge very high price for that. So of course they will not buy it. So we need to understand, we need to make a research that how much money, for example, if this is the product and this is the money they can pay for it. So accordingly you have to produce that product or prepare that product. Okay, this is also the role of marketing or market research. Then we have, for example, where would they most likely to buy my product? Your product, for example, is where you are, what you are producing. It is what kind of market you can target, what kind of place you can target, what kind of stall you can target. So you need to make a research about that where my product will have more sales. After that, we have what type of customers would buy my product. For example, if you make a toy, you have a specific number of people called kids. they will buy your product. Old people, adults, teenagers, they will not buy it. So you need to understand, first of all, you need to make a market research that what I'm going to produce, who will buy my product, okay, what kind of customers I will have. Next is what type of promotion would be effective with these type of customers. For example, you need to make a market research, okay, that if I am launching this product, and after that I will give these kind of promotions and I can gather large number of people, I can increase my sales. So those type of promotions, you need to understand that like what kind of easily I can what strategy easily I can adopt to make more sales in my business. Okay, so different promotions we have: buy two shirts get one free, special offers, 50% off, and all that. Okay, then we have what is the competition like. Okay, what is the competition like mean? For example, if you are launching a product, here you can see the example of airline business. So different airlines are there, they have different fares, okay, different services are there. So you need to first of all understand, you need to make a research that if you are coming into the market, what kind of competition you are going to face into the market. So after all of this understanding, we can say by carrying out market research, a business can identify customer needs in a changing and competitive international environment. This is essential if a business is to remain competitive in future. So if you want to remain competitive in future, you need to make a good market research and you should offer your product or service accordingly. Next part is we can see that is product oriented and market oriented businesses. Okay, a product oriented business is one whose main focus of activity is on the product itself. Okay, so on the basis of their product they can make business, is product oriented. A market oriented business is one which carries out market research to find out customer wants before a product is developed and produced. For example, in market oriented businesses first of all go to the market, make research, and they find out what kind of product customer is demanding. After that they produce that product. Okay, it is market oriented. So market oriented and product oriented businesses are: market oriented products are developed based on the consumer demand and identified by market research. Benefits of market oriented businesses are: the risk of new product failing is reduced because you have produced according to what customer was demanding, and products last longer in the market, and this increase sales and profits. So as you are producing with a research, with a market research, you are producing according to the customers, you are producing for the customers, you have made a proper research, so your product will last longer into the market and you will have more sales and more profits. After that we have product oriented, as we know that it is based on the product. So the firm decided what to produce and then tries to find out buyers for the product. For example, fresh food, for example, businesses are a lot of businesses are opening, they are bringing their products, they first design their product, launch their product, and then make a market to gather people, gather customers to buy their product. It is product oriented business. Next part is market research methods. Basically market research methods, two methods are there. After that their types are as well. First is quantitative information or quantitative method. How much sports shoes were sold in December, mean the number, quantity. Okay. Qualitative information is: why do women buy more of my product than men? So here is a judgment or opinion. Okay, qualitative is, for example, they like the quality, maybe it is the product, they attract them more. Any opinion or judgment you make, it's all qualitative information. Okay, quantitative is when you talk about how much number, how much units you are selling, okay, in different period of time or to different people. After that, both types of information can be gathered. For example, your qualitative and quantitative both can be gathered as a result of primary research and secondary research. So primary research, first of all, we can see primary research is the collection and collision of original data via direct contact with potential or existing customers. Okay, it is also called field research. Primary research is basically when you directly talk to the people, when you directly interact with the people to find out the information. Secondary research uses information that has already been collected and is available for use by others, and it is also called desk research. Secondary research is someone already have done the research, okay, and you are using that, you are taking help from that in order to make a new research. Okay, so it's a second hand data. Primary is first hand data. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now in detail we can see primary and secondary research, their benefits and their limitations as well. So primary research is a field research collection of first-hand data for specific needs of the firm. Data collected is for the first time. Benefits are data is up to date, data collected for specific purpose, it is not available for others, other business competitives or competitive advantage. It is a competitive advantage that it is not available for other businesses. Limitation is costly and costly to collect. Of course, once you are making a new research, it will cost you a lot. It is time consuming because you have to make questionnaires, you have to make interviews and everything. So it's time consuming. Risk the data being inaccurate or containing a bias. So maybe your data is not accurate what you are gathering. So this could be the limitation as well. So this is all about primary research. Let's see further. We can have the types of primary research. Types of primary research include various types of primary research are questionnaires, online surveys, interviews, and focus groups. Okay, I hope till now you are understanding everything because I'm explaining point by point. Just keep these points in your mind, and if you want to understand more, whichever the point you are stuck in, just go back to the video and play it back. Unless and until you understand, don't move further. Okay, and you can note it down all the points step by step as per your textbook. I'm going, so that it's very helpful for you. If you follow your book, you follow this video properly step by step explained. There are 4 types, as I told you: questionnaire, online surveys, interviews, and focus groups. In detail, let's see. Questionnaires. First of all, questionnaires are most basic type of primary research, may be conducted face to face. Question and answers need to be clear. What is the advantage of that? The detailed qualitative information is there. Customers can give opinion for about the product. So this is direct contact with people, direct contact with customers, so they can produce the exact information what you want. Disadvantages are if questions are not clear, the answer to them will not be very accurate. If you make a questionnaire but the public, the customers, they are unable to understand the question, so they will give you wrong opinions. That can lead for the wrong decision as well. Can take a lot of money. Collating and analyzing the results is also time consuming. So disadvantages: once you make questionnaire, it's the new data, you will collect, you will go, you will for example give them, you will ask them questions, so you have to spend a lot of money on that, you have to spend a lot of time on that. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of questionnaires. Next is interviews. Interviews have some advantages and disadvantages as well. So we can see interviews, the person asking the question will have well prepared questions. Okay, in interviews, once you are making interview to the general public, to the customers for gathering some data, so you have to be well prepared for that. Secondly, it can be carried out with one person or they can done in groups. So you can make a group of people, you can make questions, or you as the marketer, you will have different colleagues will go to different areas, so you can conduct interviews over there so that you can save a bit of time. Advantages are it is able to explain any question that the interview does not understand. The interview can gather the likes and dislikes directly. Like for example, when we are interviewing someone, we can take the response that you like this product, you like this idea, you like this decision or not. Disadvantages are it is very time consuming to carry it out. They are often expensive. The interviewer could lead to the interview into answering in a centered way. So these are some disadvantages of interviews. It's very easy to understand. You can have the points, you can easily understand. There is nothing difficult in this. Next part is need for sampling. Need for sampling in we have here two types to discuss: random sampling and quota sampling. First of all, we talk about what is a random sampling. People selected at random, whole out of whole population, often done by computer. So it is basically sometime done by the mostly done by the computer, and it is out of the whole population. Okay, advantages are everyone has chance to be asked, non-biased. And disadvantages are not everyone a consumer of your product. Okay, for example, I am making a question to an adult person, but I sell toys. He is not the one who is using my product. Okay, so but he will also participate in the random sampling. Here we can see the example that we have three schools. Out of the three schools, total sampling, those randomly select from each school. Every school we are choosing, for example, first school have 7 people, we are choosing person number 2, person 4, person 7. In school B, okay, we are choosing, here we can see person 3 only, and in school C we are choosing person 1 and person 2. So randomly we are choosing people. Next is quota sampling. In quota sampling, if we see people selected on characteristics, okay, some numbers, some quotas are there, that is quota sampling. Advantages: everyone's view are from specific group. For example, I chose someone from teacher, someone from doctor, someone from engineer. It is quota sampling. Disadvantages are maybe not convenient. It is not always convenient. And also, if I chose someone, for example, gender wise I'm choosing, region wise I'm choosing, age wise I'm choosing, income wise I'm choosing, lifestyle wise I'm choosing, use of product, like they use my product or not. So different. For example, we use soap, we can take the sample of child is also using, adult also using, old also using. Okay, then we have focus groups. In primary research, focus group is very important because it is used by manufacturers of consumer products like hair shampoo. Groups of consumers is invited to discuss topics such as new product, packaging, brand names. Discussions are often recorded or filmed. It is time consuming and there is no numerical data on it. So you will have discussions that what is your opinion. It is also based on the opinions. You check like what kind of change they want in your product, or what kind of new shampoo or anything they want us to be produced. Okay, so those are all focus groups. Next we have online surveys. These can be carried out on specialized website using any internet connected device, including mobile phones. Online surveys we can make, for example, nowadays it's very common to make online surveys. We are not making we are making less likely, we feel that we have physical surveys. We have online surveys everywhere nowadays. Advantages of online surveys include it is very fast with the quicker response times than other forms of surveys, cheaper than interviews or postal questionnaires, because you are not online, you are making, and you are not spending any money on the paper or anything. Disadvantages of online surveys include absence of interviewer to explain open-ended questions or to ask follow-up questions to gain more detailed information. For example, if we receive online form to fill, to give feedback, to make a survey, so if we have a confusion in any question, we cannot ask anyone. While physical questionnaires, you have people, if you have any problem, you can ask them, and they can sort your problem. Disadvantages: second disadvantage is cannot reach potential respondents who do not have access to the internet. For example, some people, you are making interviews, some people they want to do, and they were your potential you can have potential response from them, but they have no access to the internet, so you will not have response from them. So now we will see the process of primary research. Till now we are discussing the primary research process. Include, first of all, purpose of research, why you are going to research, what you are going to research. Then you will use suitable method of research. Then you will choose sample size. You will ask a question to the people, okay, how much like range of people you are going to ask, sample you will choose. Then you will carry out the research, you will collect and analyze the results, you will collect data and then analyze the result. After that you will have report findings, you will report what you have gathered actually. So this is how the process of primary research take place. Okay, again, first of all, purpose of the research. Secondly, suitable method you will choose. Third, samples you will choose. Fourth, you will carry out the research. Then fifth, you will collect data and analyze result, and then you will report findings. Now we move to secondary research. So let's have a view properly on primary research one time, that what we have taken in that. So you will have a clear understanding of that. So primary research, from here we started. Okay, their benefits and limitation. After that, their types: questionnaire, online surveys, interviews, focus group. Then in detail, 4 of these we have gone through. And after that, at the end, we have seen that what basically is the method, okay, of online survey as well. And then we have the process of primary research. Clear? Now move to secondary research. Secondary research is the use of data that already exists. So it is collection of data from second-hand data, second-hand sources. Okay, as I told you before. What is the benefit of this? You will have a lot of information as well, and also it is very cheap. Okay. Secondly, easier and quicker to obtain than primary. You want to know about Apple something, you just write it on the internet, on the Google, you will find a lot of information about that. Okay. Limitations are may have been collected some time ago. For example, outdated data. It is a outdated data that you are using the information which was given in 2010. You are in 2024, so you will have a wrong, outdated data maybe. It has not been collected for the specific purpose required by the business, so may not be reliable. So for example, if business is asking me, or I by myself is trying to search about something and then I list that data, so that is not accurate, that is not reliable. Okay, whatever I like, whatever my findings are, maybe right or wrong, I have just written in that research. Okay. Now, internal sources of secondary research. Secondary research have two sources: internal sources and external sources. We will talk about internal sources. Internal sources, for example, you can have secondary research from sales department, by sales record, by pricing data records, by customer records, by sales reports. Okay. And after that, you can also have it from finance department, you can also have it from customer service department as well. So internal sources of secondary data are these. Okay, sales department, finance department, and customer service department. External data, for example, external sources of secondary data include external trade employers associations, specialist journals, research reports, newspapers, government reports and stats, media reports, market research agencies report. All of these are external sources by which you can gather secondary research, you can organize secondary research, you can get secondary data. Okay, these are all the internal and external sources of secondary research. Who carries out market research? Okay, so in conclusion, we can understand that we have, in secondary research, we have its definition, its benefits and limitations. Then we have internal sources of secondary research and external sources of secondary research. Okay, now we see who are the people, okay, those who carry out the market research. Normally, research is done by any business who needs it. Okay, in smaller businesses, owners use secondary research since they cannot afford to conduct primary research. However, if a business has enough money, it can afford to have a specialist market research agency to do the research for it. Okay, so some businesses, they are, for example, they have budgets, they go for primary research. Okay, so if they don't have those much funds, okay, enough funds, they can go for the secondary research, and mostly secondary research is being used. Now, factors influencing the accuracy of market research data. What are the factors which influence the accuracy of market research? Data of market research may sometimes be inaccurate. What are the reasons for that? Sample is small or not representative. I am not going so wide. I want to target the whole world, but only I targeted one country or one specific area. So it will not give me a clear picture. wrong type of method to collect data. I am not using appropriate method to make a research for my product or for my business. People may not answer truthfully. Maybe they are not giving a true feedback. They are just giving a random feedback. They like, they don't dislike, and all that. Language of interviewers is difficult to or unclear. For example, once we are making research, okay, the other person who has done the research, that research is ununderstandable to me, for example, then I cannot interpret exact. Secondary data is out of date, as we have discussed. Maybe we are using the very old information, very old data we are using. So these are the factors which basically influence the accuracy of market research. Now, how to design and use a questionnaire? First of all, when we are making a questionnaire, we need to understand what do I want to find out, mean what I'm looking for. Secondly, what do I need to ask? Like, for example, if I'm making a questionnaire, what kind of question I should include in that. Segmentation, how I will segment my particular questions to the different uh, people, to different departments, to different like age, different age people, between male and female, how I will segment it. Where will I carry out my questionnaire? I will go to the university, I will go to the hospital, I will go to the general public, I will go to the concert. Where I will where I am going to conduct my questionnaire. So how to design and use a questionnaire is, these are the things we need to keep in our mind while we are going to make a questionnaire. Now, how to write a good questionnaire? Writing a questionnaire means keep the questions short and clear. First of all, when you are writing the questionnaire, keep your questions very short. You can see in question number one, many options are there. So be specific. Keep the answers simple. Like sometime we have seen the questions are so difficult, like high level vocabulary is being used, so people are unable to understand that. 12 questions as a rule of thumb, so you can include 12 questions, 10 questions, like minimum questions you need to add to get the idea from the people. After that, avoid open-ended questions, like long questions are there where people have to apply some information or the opinion or the judgments, so avoid those questions. Then we have to see, like, be careful not to lead the interview, means non-biased questions should be there. For example, which are the targets that you cannot live without? Circle those elements. So here we can see iPod and cell phones. So both are confusing, that yes, both are, without both of these we are unable to live. So we have to choose one. So don't give these kind of options, so the people are confused. Okay. Now, carrying out the questionnaire. First of all, once you are going to carrying out the questionnaire, think first how to ask the question and how to record the data. Then you need to make practice. Then who can you ask, like to who you are going to ask the question. Where, like choose the safe area where you can ask the questions. Is permission needed? For example, sometime in the public, once you make question, people they get angry. So you need to choose those areas where you make the question and they know that you are doing some kind of practice or some kind of research or some kind of activity where they need to answer. Take a friend, you have to keep some people with you while you make a questionnaire. Okay, after that, be patient, be confident. Okay, all of these points you need to carry out while you make a questionnaire. Clear? I hope everything is clear. Even things are not clear, you can stop the video, pause the video, watch again and again. If you cannot, even you cannot understand at that point, do contact me, no problem. Now, presentation of data. We are entering into the last part of the chapter. Presentation of data from market research. Bar chart. First of all, we will see the bar chart. This is the bar chart, 3D bar chart. Okay, here we can see it's eye-catching. When you make a market research data in a bar chart, what is the benefit? It should be eye-catching, easily understood. You can easily understand what is happening here. Information can be seen in more meaningful way, so easily, no need to write a lot of things, just show it on the 3D bar chart, and the people will understand, and the company and the business will also understand. So this is the benefit of using bar charts. Next we have pie chart. Use the information on the pie chart, mean used to show proportion of the total figure Each slide represent particular components or the contributions. Here we can see we have the pie chart. On pie chart we can have different grade 9, grade 10, 11, 12, grade 5, all of the percentage of rectangles per class. Okay, so all grade information is given, so you can use that which grade is using more percentage of the recyclables. Okay, next is line graph. Line graph is basically, here we can see this line graph of variation of average speed with distance is showing us, it shows the relation between two variables and it can be drawn as a straight line or a curved line. So you can have on x-axis and y-axis two particular variables you can keep, and you can show the relationship between them. So this is all about chapter number 11, market research. If you do have any question, you can contact me, email me, or WhatsApp me, or you can comment on the video as well. If you like the video, if you like the explanation, please like the video and subscribe my channel. And it is all for you, it is all free, you don't need to pay anything. And again, if you want other chapter explanations, go to my channel, go for the playlist, and in the playlist you will find everything step by step. Okay, chapter wise all the videos are there. I hope this is very clear. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, you can comment on the video, you will we will answer you. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe our channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.